Hey, welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Greg from Sometime Is Now, and today we're going to do an update to the 22 Thundercat that I've been waiting for since the Catalyst chassis come out. And I got a shipment from Arctic Adventures out of Rosendale, New York, and they hooked me up. I bought this with my own money. He didn't give it to me, but I told him I'd give him a shout out because this is quite a thing that them guys are doing right now. And let's see what they sent me. So what this is they found a way to install the G8 Gauge, the Arctic Gauge, on a Procross chassis. And I'll tell you, since they've announced that they're doing this, let's just say that they've sold a lot of them. And I was lucky enough to get one. I was lucky enough to, yep, there goes all the parts. So I was lucky enough to get one. So let's check this out. They put it in a nice wrap too, so it didn't scratch. So if you get this upgrade, you don't necessarily have to get this center cowl. I had him order the center cowl because I have currently have the Garmin tread mounted, and I drilled some 1-inch hole here and a bunch of other holes in this. So when I was going to go to the G8 gauge, I didn't want all those holes visible. So I had him order me the center cowl, and then he installed this in the new cowl. So now I just have to install this whole piece in my sled. But look at that. What a difference. 8 inches, and I'll have all the gauges just like the Catalyst chassis on the G8. So if you guys are interested in one of these, you can reach out to Tom at Arctic Adventures out of Rosendale, New York, and I'll put all the information down in the description below if any of you guys are interested in this. And let's get to it.
What a great trail, man.
All right, so we got to get these off. And do your quarter turns. Unplug the, all right. There we go. We'll set this over on the table. Okay, so first thing I got to do is take my windshield off so I can get access to everything. T30. Okay, my side two have a Phillips head screwdriver, or screw head, so. I put rubber expansion, instead of using those push darts that come with the windshield. I actually put rubber expansion screws in there, and you can run a regular threaded screw. Them push darts didn't seem to hold very well, so I went to one of the expansion grommets. A little bit dirty. Yeah, so this is the piece that I would have to take off to put that gauge in. And I've drilled this all out, and then underneath here there's a large hole, a 1-inch hole that I had to drill to run the wiring down for the Garmin tread. So I'm not going to use this anymore. So we need to swap this piece out. And I'm wondering how easy this is to take off. But I see T30 screws here. This is all the ignition will have to be changed out, the accessory plug. I'm assuming this right here, our glove box. I think this is T30. Okay, let's see. All right, well, let's flip it over and see what we got on the other side. There's got to be more stuff holding the center console then. I think I'm going to have to take this all apart. This right here. What do we got? I think these are T25s probably. T25 on these bottom ones. These look like they screw into this piece. Okay, so now that we got these two, we got these two screws, and let's see, we got these two screws out. We should be able to slide this off. Whew, that's a mess. Nice mess. Yeah, unplug the ignition. Gotta unplug the ignition and that 12-volt plug. There's that one. That's the ignition plug. Here's the That's the gauge. And then, what do we got? What do we got here? So, ignition plug, the gauge. We got, I might take a picture of that one so I don't forget. I don't know if we can reverse the, I don't know if we can reverse the wires on the 12-volt plug, but I don't want to take that chance, so I think it says plus and minus on it, so yeah, it does. Red and a black. Now we just got to unhook the Garmin that we had wired up, so I just got to clip those wires. And you don't want to damage these frog skins. So I had tied these all together when I did the other install. There, that's that one all unplugged. So now we got to transfer the ignition and the 12-volt plug. We got to transfer that over to the new so we're gonna have to unscrew. Let's see if I can get you guys in here a little better. Okay, move this down a little bit. So we got, I just grabbed this and turned it. So we got to take the ignition switch out. Well, that's that. You got to transfer that over. Oh, that's the 12-volt plug. So we got to transfer the 12-volt plug over. Then we got to do the ignition switch. See how this goes. Oh, this is on the outside. Oh, without scratching it all up. Just go nice and gentle. I don't want to have teeth marks all over that plastic nut. Alright, so there's that. Got your ignition switch. And then this, I'll probably sell this with the new with the Garmin on it. I'll sell this as a whole package. And there, this is all done, so we're good with this. I'll set this aside. Alright, so here's them plugs. So we got to put the ignition switch in. I think that only goes one way because it's got a notch. It's got a notch in it, and there's a notch in the cowl. So. I'm going to gently tighten this without scratching the new cowl or damaging the nut. snug that up, so that's good. Now we just got to put the 12-volt plug in. And this probably has a flat on it too. Yep, it's got a couple flats that will only go one way. Make sure you got it the right way up. There. I'll snug this up a little bit. There. Okay, so this is the rest of the stuff that comes with the kit. It's got your USB, so you can upload more maps into it, do updates. Plus it connects to Wi-Fi, so got this. We got your Textron CAN interface module. And we got, that's where I got this kit, was Arctic Adventures. That's the number. Ask for Tom, and he'll give you all the information you need to know about this. Couple keychains. Got your mounting screw. So since I had the, I've had the Garmin tread mounted, I had to splice this in and do a split so I could have the power for the Garmin. I'm going to just tape this off. This is, I'm just not going to use this now. And I will put this back into the 12-volt plug. I'm assuming this plugs right into here. What we got right here. That goes like that. So what I'm going to do is I will tape this off because I don't want it to short out. And then I'm going to zip tie that to there. Okay, so now it's just like factory again. This was down here, so now we got this. All right. This goes in here like that, so I don't want to lose this. Goes like that. This goes like that. Okay, so now we got to mount this module, and Tom sent me pictures on where to mount this. So it looks like it goes just like this. It just says use this as a template. So it looks like it's right about there, I would say. Right about there. So we'll use, and it's 3/32 drill bit. Ooh, that's just tiny. So they sent 3 screws in, and they are T15s. So I got the 1 hole drilled, so I'll mount this one. Be gentle with it. Just gotta drill the other 2. There, okay, that's done. Now we'll plug this in. I'm going to assume that this other plug on this module is for if you get the one with the group ride, and that that goes to your antenna. There's one on here that has an antenna that you plug in, so I'm assuming that's where that goes. But like I said, this goes to the ignition, this goes here, so that's all the wiring I have. So I think we're good. Let's see. Okay, so I guess we'll plug these in and make sure that these are lined up right. These pop in. Got something to hold this up off the table. Now we got to plug these in. So this red goes to plus. Negative goes to the minus, and this gets plugged into, and we'll roll this over and plug this into the ignition. That clicked in. Now we just got to lay this and they go down into these notches right here. Where'd that other one go? See, it's got a hook on it, so it has to go and then hook in, and then you slide it back, just like that. Same with this side. There. And you just line up your bolt holes. There it is. Nice and shiny and new again. Okay, so I'm going to throw a couple of the bigger screws up top. I just got to find my T30s. Push back on it. Don't over tighten it. You don't want to break the plastic. And I'm just pushing back on them a little bit. Okay. Okay, so now we'll roll this over and we'll attach. Let's put this on here so it doesn't get all scuffed up. Hope you guys are with me. Hopefully I pushed the record button. It wouldn't surprise me any. Okay, now roll this over. You gotta line up. Turn this around. So you gotta line up the air box hole and this hole for your screws. And now up here, we got two T25s that have the little ridges on them. That's what goes up here. We'll put these in. These are the T25s. That goes in the top portion. You gotta make sure you line up the hole for the air box and for this piece. Line them up. Okay, so now that we got this, I'll flip this over gently. Okay, so we got those four in. Now we got to transfer those inserts that hold the windshield on from the old cowl. So you guys probably won't have to do this if you're just installing the gauge, but I have to swap these out. So I got to take all these out. Okay, and then these are the expansion grommets that once you tighten them up, they expand like a rivet. They're rubber instead of using the push darts. So I upgraded to these instead. But so I got to install those. This is what holds your windshield on. Okay. Put my key back in. So I'm going to have to drill new holes. Where are you? Okay, so I installed all these plastic expansion rivets for the windshield. So once I put the windshield back on, I still have these side ones, and because I used this cowl or put a new cowl on, I'm going to have to drill new holes, and then they come with push darts if you want to install a windshield, but I'm going to put these rubber expansion back in. So I gotta reinsert the bag. That goes in here somehow. There. Okay, so that's back on. Now I gotta put my windshield back on. Now I just gotta drill the new holes in the side. I have to put them in there. Then we'll be good to go. Okay, it's ready to go back together. Plug it in. Okay, so we got it all installed. So now let's test it out. Up, I noticed that it's blue when it's cold. That should turn green. I have a code on here right now with a check engine light E0130 because I have the closed loop system from Hurricane. Once it warms up a little bit, gets up a couple degrees, that'll go away. It's always done that with the other gauge, see? So it's already gone. So now you can change everything. You just hold down on it. Hold down on this. You can change it to whatever you want that's on this list. So if you wanted the temps, the temp, coolant temp, there's the coolant temp for that one. You get your elevation, sunset. So I'm going to change this to the hand and thumb warmers. Hand warmer. Riley's ready to ride, aren't you, Ride? Huh? You ready to go? You ready to go ride? All right. There it is. The only thing that right now, the only thing that Tom mentioned was this stays full green until he says he said something about being a software upgrade down the road, but you still have your temp, your actual numeric temp. So it's just this stays full green instead of having a bar graph that goes up. But I'm assuming that'll be done with software. It has something to do with the 2-stroke versus 4-stroke when it first comes up to temp. Something's different with it. So they'll have that fixed. I'm saying within a few months, I'm assuming that'll be changed, so that'll actually work as well. But that's all I'm concerned about, is I want to be able to see the coolant temp out. You got your RPM. You can change that to your speed up here, your RPM down here, or you tap it and it goes the other way. Your fuel, everything works. So we're good to go. Aren't we, Riley? Huh? We're good to go. What do you say, huh? Did you say welcome back to the channel? Huh? This is Riley. I'm Sometime Is Now. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Alright, well that's a wrap on installing the G8 gauge on a Procross chassis. I want to give Tom a thanks for sending that out to me, because I know that he's got a lot of orders, so I was able to get one, and it came out awesome. So hey, thanks for stopping in and watching the video, and I'll see you on the next one.